Hello, it is Mrs. Engel, and today and tomorrow and this week what we're going to be talking about is responding to reading. Many times students, you are given a piece of text. You're given a direction and you're asked to do something with the piece of text, whether it's answer some questions and or write a written response to go with it. Many times now you're not asked just to look at one piece of text, but multiple pieces of text. So what we're going to do is this is going to be a two-part video. Part one, we are going to look at how to break down the question as well as look at text structure. I found that by breaking down the question, we learn what's being asked of us before we begin. I also found that by knowing a little bit about text structure, knowing a little bit about who or what the article is about, what the object or subject is doing, and what happens as a result of that, as well as looking for some repeating words, actually gives my struggling readers enough pieces of information. Shh, don't tell anyone. But without reading the whole text, it actually gives my students enough information where they can answer the questions correctly and actually write a written response that is halfway decent, even without reading the whole text or even understanding what most of it means. So here we go with part one, breaking down the test question and then looking at some text structure. All right, so like I said, we are going to be responding to reading. This is the week. So step one, we're going to break down the question. It says, today you will research an experiment involving elephants. Look at these key words that I found. First, you will read an article about the experiment. Then you will view a video. And is like 1 + 1 is 2. They want me to view a video and read a passage. Passage and article is the same thing. So I know I have to read 2 articles and watch 1 video. It says, as you review these sources, you will gather information and answer questions about how the sources present information so you can write an analytical essay. Whew. Okay, so I know I need to read an article, I need to view a video, and I need to read another article or passage. I'm dealing with 3 different passages here. And then what am I going to do with that? I'm going to gather information and answer questions about how the information is presented. Oh, that's where knowing about text structure, how information is presented, is going to help me when I need to tackle this essay. So now this is your turn. Write down on a piece of paper or a Post-it note, how many items will you be looking at? And then what 2 things are you going to do once you actually have finished reading and looking at those sources? All right, I hope you got the answer correct. You're going to be looking at 3 items, 2 pieces of text and 1 video. Then you're going to answer questions and write an essay. All right, so the purpose of structure is to show the author's intent, how they want to get the information across. Now, because of copyright, I can't really show the vocabulary text structure here, but if you like music to learn about text structure, you can go to YouTube, you can type in vocabulary 5 types of text structure, and if I can remember, I'll put the link down in this video as well. Or if you're in my class, I posted the video in Google Classroom. So you can just hit that play button when you are ready. Oh, there it goes. All right. So in that video, as well as today, there are 5 different types of informational text structures. Now, you're going to notice that there are signal words that go with each type of text structure. A description, such as, for instance, in addition, also, specifically. I would say a description text structure also uses what I like to call a lot of adjectives, a lot of descriptive words. It was cold, it was snowy, it was long, it was brown, it was a certain length, okay? And a problem and a solution is just like what it sounds. So you're going to look for problem words, issues, and then you're going to look for solution words as a result. So, leading to. There's compare and contrast. So again, you're going to look for compare and contrast words. What's the same? What's different? How is it like? How is it different? How is it contrasted? And then there's going to be cause and effect. Since this happened, because this happened, as a result, this happens, or this led to, therefore, if. In addition, there's sequence, and those are some simple signal words: first, second, third, then, next, before, after, finally, following, etc. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look, we're not going to read right now, and I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to exit my presenting here, at how the different texts are structured. And the only way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use a technique called skimming and scanning. I'm not going to read the text. I'm literally just, it's almost like a word find if you've ever played one of those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my informational text structures here. I'm going to pull up the text, and then I'm going to just search really quickly for any of these key words, okay? All right, so let me pull up the first piece of text. So you're going to notice that the directions of what they wanted you to do that I posted in my PowerPoint is right here. Today you will research and experiment. So this is a park practice test. It's called elephants, okay? All right. And it says the exact same things that I had in my PowerPoint. Now, there's also 2 ways to look at text structure. One, how the whole text is structured, is written using the words. But then the second piece is looking at the visual piece of the text. So if I can see here, Elephants Can Lend a Helping Trunk by Virginia Morel, that lets me know that's the title of the first article. And so another thing that I like to tell my students is if you can see who, you can see is doing what, why, and what is a result of that, as well as skimming and scanning really quickly for repeated words and text structure, you can pretty much get a really good summary of what this is going to be about. But today we're just going to focus on text structure, and then tomorrow I'll teach you those other key elements of how to break down the text a little bit more. So today, just skimming and scanning really, really quickly for any keywords that indicate text structure. All right, test in Thailand, the ability is, not really seeing anything in the first paragraph. Let me go to the second. First administered to chimpanzees, that's like sequence. Let's see, but then, first, they taught them to do this. Then they taught them how to do that. Okay, so it looks like I'm seeing first, I'm seeing then. Thus, the elephant would do that. So when I go back and I look at my text structure, it is a sequence. It's saying first, then, next, okay? But also if I go back and look, I see if. I see that repeated in paragraph 2 as well. So that lets me know that this text structure is 2. It's cause and effect and it's sequence. And I bet they're saying when you put it in this sequence, here's the cause and here's the effect. Good to know. So my very first text is cause and effect and sequence. Okay? Now let's go look at the second text. I'm going to scroll all the way down, and tomorrow I'm going to show you how you can get these answers again without really reading the whole text. Shh. Okay. This one says you'll read an article. Oh, this one's the video. Okay, so then they have some questions about the video here. Here's the second article. Again, you will see that the directions of what they want you to do before every single piece of source that you need to deal with. So again, looking at the visual text structure, elephants know when they need a helping trunk in a cooperative task. Okay, so again, it's about elephants. Let's see. Well, if I'm just skimming and scanning on this one, I see lots of numbers. I see PVC pipe. I'm seeing like the word rope and wood and plywood. Reaching, again, lots of numbers. So I'm seeing numbers. I'm seeing lots of descriptive words. So now I know that my second text is description. Why? Well, when you look at description, why people want to do that is because they want to maybe show how to do something. So if we are looking at the first one, which is cause and effect and sequence, we'll have to say, looking at this text tomorrow, why does the author want me to tell me the cause and effect? Or when I look at this tomorrow, what is the cause and what is the effect? And why would the author want to describe something to me? So when I do video number 2, I want you to think about why is there cause and effect and why would this author want to describe something to me? I hope that this has helped someone today so that you can use your own skills to help yourself, if not help your other classmates. I'll see you tomorrow for part 2, how you can look for 5 things, the text structure, which we did today, the subject of what the article is about, the action that that subject is doing, as well as what happens, like a cause and effect because of that action, so that, and looking for some repeated words, so that you can skim and scan an article, get a big idea to answer some really specific questions in the least amount of time possible. See you tomorrow.